Welcome to the CT Sports Talent Show. My name is Christopher Saunders. I'll be previewing the Holy Cross Crusaders with two players, both juniors. First, Nate Kraft, the running back. Appreciate you coming on, buddy. All
Bro,
right, he said okay. Graves, I
oh my,
appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you
of
coming on.
course, of course.
You know, my partner now, because now that you're a junior, can't call you a freshman anymore, can't call you a sophomore. Now you're a junior. Whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Whole different ballgame with you. Real quick, before we get any further, as far as what you guys got coming up this season, looking back at your previous 2 years, right? You guys have had, I'll start with Graves first. Highs of highs, you've had some lows in between. What's kind of been the biggest thing you've learned through your first 2 years with Holy Cross?
My first, mm, some things that I've learned from my past during those seasons is
Mhm.
definitely leadership. Looking at the older guys, the way how they led our team, it definitely made me motivated and want to be better at the stuff
Mhm.
I do, as in us in the weight room, us on the field, practice. It's just the energy that they had. It definitely
Mhm.
made I feel like our team and underclassmen at basically getting ready for us to be leaders.
Same question for you, Nate. What'd you learn?
Yeah, a lot about leadership. Now that they're all gone, we all got to step up. We need new leaders to step up,
Hmm.
motivate the
I'll,
team.
I'll stay with Nate. Do you feel like, because like you're more like on the quiet side, do you feel like you're kind of slowly coming out of your shell, or is that something where you're more of an introvert than an extrovert?
Um, yeah, I have to get used to leading.
Hmm.
I've been very quiet. I've always been led by
Hmm.
Colette, Chivas.
Hmm. I'll go with Graves next. Now, obviously, your first game against Woodland your freshman year was like a coming out party, and I felt like
Yeah.
typically you could tell if a kid's going to pop, or in this case, really show. You did that. You had a
Yeah.
great freshman year. Obviously, last year, again, you carried with that. Do you feel like, not to say if you didn't have a great first game that you wouldn't be what you are now, but
Hmm.
having that first game your freshman year, do you feel like that kind of in your mind said to yourself, you know what? I deserve to be here. I'm the real deal. Like, does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. Definitely. Coming into that first game, it was my first year playing high school football. I had butterflies. I was really nervous, you
Hmm.
know. But that game, it
Hmm.
really made me think like, oh, like okay, high school is really like this. I'm ready for this. Like, if
Hmm.
this is how high school's gonna be, and I'm doing this game,
Hmm.
I can just imagine how many other games I'm a play. So yeah, definitely.
I'll go to Nate next. With you playing a different position, right? Obviously, with you being the running back, you've got a lot of responsibilities. And the way the offense was the last 2 years, running the ball was not kind of the first thought. It was passing the ball. Typically, Coet would throw 40, 50 times, sometimes 60 times. I remember a couple games he threw 60 times when we were calling games. How did you handle that, Nate, knowing that you would maybe touch the rock? And I'm being honest, you would touch it maybe 5 or 10 times, sometimes even less. How did you deal with that mentally?
Um, I would just prepare with what I have to do to help the team. So like blocking, catching the ball. Um, Maybe sometimes playing as a decoy for other teams.
Mm-hmm. And I'll stay with Nate. Do you feel like because of that, looking at it from a glass half full, that it forced you to have to practice other sides of being a running back other than just running the ball?
Oh yeah, I definitely had to put a lot more work in other
Mhm.
parts of running back
Now,
because
now, Nate, what part do you feel like do you feel like you like the blocking side a little bit more, using your body?
yeah, I like blocking.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Good. Good to hear that. I'll go to Graves next. Coming down to your junior year, what are some things that you put down? I don't know if you've written anything down on your phone, on a piece of paper. What would you say? What are your selfishly your goals for this year?
My goals for this year. So last year I ended up having around 1,200 receiving yards.
Hmm.
This year I'm definitely going for at least 2,000. That's definitely my receiving goal.
Hmm.
For this year, touchdowns. I had 18 last year. I want to at least go for 24 to 30
Hmm.
for this year. So definitely those are my, and I do want a lot of targets
Hmm.
this year. So that's definitely my goal for this year.
Sticking with Graves here really quickly, I want to piggyback off of that and go into the amount of yards that you want to get. Obviously, you'll have to get the ball a lot, but you're also
Yeah,
going to have to be open for those sometimes. Obviously, you got game-breaking speed, as does Nate as well, so you can create plays with your feet, right? But have you been able to kind of, as you've gotten older, now start reading defenses? Because I don't know if you
yeah.
do that your freshman year, but are you seeing that now?
I'm starting to see, yeah, definitely a lot of that. Watching film on defenses, seeing where the open grass is at, where to sit at, where, like, it's definitely film. Watching a lot of film.
Mhm.
That's definitely been a big part of this high school
Mhm.
season. So, yeah.
Same thing for you, Nate. Are you able to kind of see, I mean, obviously different position and you're behind the offensive line and everything, but are you kind of seeing defenses a little bit, maybe a linebacker that's coming to, blitz in or anything like that?
Yeah, it's mainly just reading linebackers. I can usually tell if they're going to cover me or not
Mhm.
because they usually show if they're blitzing or not.
Okay. I'll stay with Nate here. With most of the offensive line, because as you mentioned, you graduated, what, 20 seniors. That's a lot of talent that's lost, but you do have a very talented player. Booker is back, I'm pretty sure. He's still on the team, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with him coming back, that's a plus. How is it being able to play? Obviously, he's an offensive lineman, you're a running back, but how is it seeing a guy like him he's pretty athletic. Especially with his feet, he can shift left to right pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's nice to see because he's huge and he can move pretty good. He can move like a linebacker,
Hmm.
and he's like 6'1".
Has there ever been any talk of maybe getting him in bubble screens and almost like a convoy, just have him lead?
I,
No?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
think so.
Okay, maybe tell Coach Mullins to put that in the playbook. Just have him lead. Just have him be the head convoy, and just throw it to Nate in a bubble screen scenario, and just have him lead. You know,
Yeah.
could work. Maybe it works. I don't know. I'll go to Graves next. Looking at how this season in the NBL is going to be, right? Obviously, Watertown graduated a lot. You guys
Yeah.
graduated a lot. And then it's the typical Ansonia, Naugatuck, Woodland, Ansonia, probably amongst the favorites, Naugatuck being the sleeper. But do you guys feel like maybe not being mentioned amongst the NBL brass to a degree maybe is a good thing because now maybe you could surprise even with all the youth you have?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I feel like you being not as known in the NBL
Mhm.
and teams not knowing who you are and you sparking would definitely
Mhm.
give teams like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, like, oh, who's this guy? Like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll go to Nate next. Same question, but in terms of with all the youth that you guys have, and youth in terms of years or varsity experience, do you feel like the young guys like what's it been like in the off season so far, early on with OTAs and such? What's that been like?
Our team's been working hard. We got a lot of upcoming sophomores, I think, that are going to be pretty good. We got a new transfer receiver. His name's Devon. He's going to be pretty good.
Okay. And where's he
Like,
from?
Xavier.
Went to Xavier. Okay. Interesting. All right. All right. Is there anybody else who came in, or is he the only one?
he's only one.
He's the only one? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll stick with Nate here. Same question as far as with Graves with the amount of, teams that I mentioned. Do you feel like maybe kind of being on the outside could be a good thing for a young team, less pressure? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cause it's going to motivate you more to
Mhm.
work hard,
Okay.
and will surprise a lot of people.
I'll go to Graves next. When you look at kind of the landscape of the way football has been, obviously a passing league, you're getting the ball a lot, wide receivers and all.
Yeah.
Is there any part of your game that you've tried to improve on coming into this year? Your route tree, we talked about reading defenses. What's the one thing you've tried to improve on the most?
One thing I try to improve on the most for this year is definitely route running. We go to the field a lot and practice a lot on that. We do ladder drills, just a lot of drills in general.
Mhm.
Definitely catching the ball more.
Mhm.
You can. I don't like dropping the ball at all. So that's one thing that I work on a lot. And one thing is definitely getting way faster. That's one thing I'd love to work on too. So yeah,
Get way faster than what you were already.
yeah.
Well, like what's your 40? What's your 4?
Uh,
Is it
so I ran a at the UConn. I went to a UConn camp. I ran a 4.4 there. So
so you want to
yeah,
do like a 4-1?
I want to run a 4.3. I want to run a 4.3.
Jesus. Well, God bless
I want to run a
secondary guys
4.3.
trying to go after you with that. And speaking of secondary, I'll stay with Graves quick, and then I'll go to Nate.
Yeah.
What's the, obviously wide receivers? You guys love going up against the corners, against
Yeah.
safety. What's the one? And this is not to call anybody out. This is because of the battle. Who gives you a good battle your last 2 years, if they're still on the team? And who are you looking forward to going up against 1v1? You in a corner, you in a safety. Who's the player and what team?
Mm. Ooh, I gotta think.
Yeah, tough question. I know.
Ooh.
Could it be Naugatuck with Pina potentially?
He's a
Him?
good corner. I want to. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good corner. I would want to go against him.
He's a ball hawk. He's a ball hawk. He gets a lot of interceptions. For a kid who never played football, supposedly.
Yeah,
He's a straight basketball player and then put pads on for football, and he had like 5 interceptions last year or something.
yeah.
It's insane. Okay. Nate, same question for you. As far, obviously, you're going up on the defensive side, so you're seeing more of the bigger guys. Who do you like going up against, a battle? Who do you like?
Um, I I really like going up against Naugatuck because I know all those guys. I grew up with them.
Hmm.
It's fun competition, and they got some big kids.
Hmm. And who do you like to go up against 1v1, where it's a good, healthy battle? Who is it from Nagi?
1v1.
Like where you got the ball and you're going straight, and then there's that guy. Who is that? And you're like, okay, I'm ready to go up against you. Who is it?
I don't really have one specific guy.
Okay. I'll give you a name. Ethan Williams, you and him.
Oh yeah,
That's got
I
to be
got
healthy.
yeah. I remember I got hit a few times by him. Hard hitter.
He does hit hard. He's a strong kid.
Nah, he is. He really
He's
is.
he's shaping up to have a good year, hopefully, as well as far as the rest of the Nocta players too. I appreciate you guys coming on. Before I let you go, quick, I'll go to Graves and then Nate for one more question each.
Yeah, of course.
Graves, as we look at this season, what are the expectations that you have for this team? Again, we go back to the youth, we go to the experience and everything else. Coach Bear is going to have a little bit more responsibilities,
Yeah.
having control of the defense as well as being a head coach. And you've got some changes with transfers and everything else. But what are you going to do to be able to try to not so much put expectations of like championship or bust, but just
Mm-hmm.
make growth each and every week? Because
Yeah.
obviously, this is high school football. You guys aren't
Yeah.
pros. You're just
Yeah.
trying to improve as young men on and off the field. How are you going to?
Mm-hmm. So we've been, ever since last year basketball season, we're in the gym. As soon as football season ends, we go straight to lift every day. So definitely, off the field, we're definitely lifting, going to the field,
Mhm.
putting in work, getting ready for next season because it comes by fast.
Yes, it does.
So definitely, some kids, they play other sports, so it's hard and stuff. But
Yep.
when summer comes back, everybody comes back. We're definitely putting that work in, lifting
Mhm.
and all that stuff. Definitely being a leader as well. Getting all of our guys there, texting them, getting them rides if they can't.
Mhm.
It's a big thing to be there. So stuff like that.
I mean, think about it. You were a freshman, and now you blink, you're already a junior.
Yeah,
How
literally,
fast does it go?
it goes by quick. I wasn't thinking of it at all.
Enjoy each and every moment. It goes fast. Nate,
Yeah.
same question for you.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Sure, no problem. Love to do it. So, as far as with what you got coming into this year with everything going on, what are some things you're going to try to do? Not obviously championship or bust, but just trying to improve each and every day for potentially the ultimate outcome, whenever that is. Just try to get to the playoffs, first and foremost.
Um, yeah, I got to work on my leadership, help the team out, motivate them.
Hmm.
Uh, I do help with a lot of rides. Try to get them there every day. Text them.
And I'm sure you talk a lot in the car when you're driving, right?
No, I don't. He knows I take him every day. I don't talk. I don't even talk to him.
I hope you put music on at least, just so it's
Oh, I
not
did.
dead
Nah,
silent.
he does. He does.
All right.
It's not
What
that
kind of
obvious.
music? Country music?
Rap.
Rap? Okay, that's fine. Who? Before we go, who's the rapper? Who's the famous rapper right now you're listening to?
Lil Baby.
Okay, I actually know who that is. All right, good. I thought you'd say somebody else I didn't even know, but that's fine. We'll go with that. Hey, appreciate you both coming on, Nate and Graves. A lot of fun. We got you guys a couple times for the radio. We got you guys for Naugatuck Holy Cross. And then we got some others kind of sprinkled in too. But looking forward to being able to have you guys on the radio. Should be a lot of fun.
Of course, yeah.
Now, wrap things up in the CT Sports Talent Show. Next time, stay safe. Remember, CT stands for Connecticut Talent. Join and find them all. Enjoy your day, everybody, and be well.